This video will provide you an overview of Central Oregon Community College future projections. President Shirley Metcalf recently identified her vision for the future for COCC. She said, "Ideally, we would have fully operational campuses in Redmond, Madras, and Prineville, and possibly in Lapine and Sisters with a full range of services for all students, including childcare, healthcare, counseling, and social services." You can see by this outline the district area that COCC serves, that currently the Bend campus is here. We've got Prineville, Madras, kind of to the north, and we've got Redmond also to the north, and then other areas we would look to expand would be Sisters and Lapine. Projections in terms of data for now until the year 2030 include having Bend, Redmond, Madras, Prineville, Lapine, and Sisters as campuses. And today there are approximately 5,200 students, and it is anticipated, based on a 4.13% annual increase, that there would be about 8,155 students enrolled in 2030. In addition, based on a 2.95% annual increase, there would be 832 employees at COCC, and today those numbers are 635 employees. You'll see over here to the right that this is a historical projection, and you'll see the ups and downs over the years, and then as we go into the future, based on the 4.13% increase, there is a steady growth in that area. It looks to be that generally over, you can tell that every 4 to 5 years there is a steep incline or decline, and then a steadying out period, and then an incline and decline. So you'll see that, and then both that pattern will also follow with the employee hiring and so on. Other important information: Bend, Oregon, which has 87,000 students today and is home to COCC, will be approximately 102,000 residents in 2030. Central Oregon is anticipated to grow by 4% population growth each year and have 16% job growth through 2024 in the areas of healthcare, leisure, and construction. Oregon State University, which started their own campus in fall of 2016 and has 1,120 students today, is anticipated to have 3,000 to 5,000 students in about 10 years. The anticipated student demographic is the students will be between 28.8 to 31.1 years old. The majority will be women, and they will be majority will be white students, and that there will be approximately 20% students of color. We are just shy of 20% students of color today. Central Oregon Community College's mission and vision, while it has been standing in this form for quite a while, one of the items that I want to point out specifically is that the college is making a more concerted effort to focus on the two underlined areas here: student success and community enrichment. And this is an area where we have reorganized our strategic plan and tried to align other planning tools around these two areas. In alignment with the items that we have been studying in this class, I would like to review a few of the broad areas that we have seen historically that impact community colleges. One is the board and governance structure. So the board structure is 2 new board members would be added for Lapine and Sisters. It's also anticipated that over time, we have, with the items that we've been doing to improve from a leadership perspective, there would continue to be improved leadership and organizational structures. We've only had shared governance in place for approximately 2 years, and there are policy, advisory, and administrative issues that these shared governance groups are handling, in addition to a shared governance work group. The current president has a president's advisory team that is considered her staff. This team has been given executive level authority for much of the decision making and oversight of the college, and this again is a change from the previous president. The last leadership area that has been helpful to the college has been a college planning team that is specifically focused on strategic planning. COCC has a strategic plan in place that began in 2013, and that particular plan is kind of coming to a close, and a new plan will be developed starting in 2018. Other student and support services that are impacting the college, specifically, we have gotten a Title III grant for $2.25 million for 5 years. That grant is to address student success initiatives in the areas of first-year experience and student retention and faculty development and training in developmental education areas. The academic side of the house has developed their own academic master plan in 2015, and they developed that with a vision towards the future. They added into that plan the retention and recruitment of faculty, program improvement, expanding branch campuses, and increasing partnerships with businesses and higher education institutes. Lastly, in the financial sphere, currently we're slightly below these numbers, but it's anticipated that in the future state aid will be 21% for COCC, tuition and fees 39%, property taxes 35%, and other internal funds would make up the remainder of the funding that is received or earned by COCC. Another partnership that is important to mention, and you'll see many articles in the newspaper, especially over the last year and going into the future, is this partnership between COCC and OSU Cascades. Some of the specific things that they are working on together, it mentions in this article, are related to the 2+2 dual enrollment, also opportunities in academic programs such as hospitality management and culinary, and then trying to figure out ways where instead of being competitive with one another, the two colleges work together collaboratively for the betterment of the students. Most people believe at this point that there is not going to be a drop in COCC enrollment related to OSU. Future challenges for COCC that need to be addressed by the college. First one is the enrollment management. There was a strategic enrollment management work group that began in 2013, and they were charged with trying to increase new fall term student yield rates and increase communication and outreach to early applicants, especially border state high school students. And they were able to put together a lot of data that demonstrated how if they worked in these two areas, the college could be, enrollment problem could be impacted even in years where there would typically be a decline. Another area is the funding model. As many of us know, and many other colleges are experiencing, the performance-based funding model has changed the way that colleges get their funding from prior students that are just enrolling now to students that are producing certain and achieving certain outcomes, and that has been quite a shift. Another is that tuition rates will need to be evaluated to remain not only affordable, but because of falling enrollment and some of our falling state rates that we receive, then tuition may have to go up. And then of course that raises the question of affordability and quality related to what students in fact get for the money. One item that is out there for us as a big challenge is the PERS unfunded liability. There will be a $1 million shortfall starting in 2017 for approximately 10 years for COCC. And that is in the budget, but it is still of concern. Another large area is aging infrastructure. Over $500,000 of ongoing annual repair work is planned, and there is not enough in the reserve fund to cover it. There were many new buildings built as a result of a bond measure, and so those, by the time 2030 comes along, there will be a lot more work and probably not enough money. I've already mentioned a little bit, but the impact of a four-year university, this idea of competition for students and funding, as I mentioned, it's not of huge concern at this point, but over the next many years, it could become an issue for COCC, and we need to make sure we are aware of it and have it on the radar. Another area that's a challenge, but going in a positive direction, is COCC is looking to develop a university center and working with Eastern Oregon University to allow them to be on our campus and provide services in coordination with COCC. Future successes for COCC, one of them is community support. A simple quote by President Metcalf is, "I love the people." And that is true. There's a lot of support in Bend and Central Oregon for the college. It is a good partner for the college, and we have been very positive for the community because we provide ongoing learning opportunities, student access. We also partner with businesses, so there are a number of things that help both COCC and the community be in a tight bond. Other areas where there are many successes are student initiatives. So we have Oregon Promise that many of us are experiencing. We are making plans for that, both if it continues and if it doesn't. But in the present time and expected in the next few years at least, it appears that there's at least going to be something that would be similar to help all of our colleges in this way. And it has allowed enrollment numbers to stay up. It has allowed us to fill our new residence hall. And so we've been able to offset some of the other potential losses through the Oregon Promise. Title III I've mentioned, but it is a huge success for the college. Not only in earning it, but it will allow us to build infrastructure and other systems to support student access and student planning for their future. Another initiative from the academic side and working with student services is developing an online degree program. That one is in its infancy, but there is a lot of momentum and desire to get that moving. And lastly, the college has worked very hard in the last while to really focus on strategic planning, accreditation, and assessment. And again, in these areas that I've previously mentioned of student success and community engagement. And one of the things that the college has instituted is a number of dashboards that really allow people to see how we are measuring all of the various aspects of student enrollment and course completion and different kinds of awards and degrees that are being earned by our students. And then lastly, I would like to wrap this up by mentioning this particular quote from President Metcalf. It seems to me that through my learning of this class and also my experience here at COCC, I've been allowed to learn a lot about the process of higher education from a historical perspective. But her comment, I thought, wrapped it up really nicely. It says, "A community college is all things to all people. Our mission statement talks about student success and community enrichment. We assure student success by providing the classes, programs, and support services to allow all students to reach their goals, whether that is one class to improve skills or a foundation to transfer and earn bachelor's, master's, and additional advanced degrees. We provide community enrichment by offering courses throughout our district and bring thought-provoking speakers to our region." I am very grateful to work at such a positive and exciting place as COCC, and this class has allowed me to also understand the importance of the community college in terms of meeting student needs. There are so many students out there that need the services we provide, just as President Metcalf mentions here, and all of the things we've been learning in the variety of areas related to governance, structure, finance, the student demographic, the faculty demographic, what's important in the classroom. All of those items to me are wrapped up in this statement that we are in fact all things to all people. I hope that as you have watched this video, you are finding it interesting and that you can also at your own college be honored to work with these students and with faculty and promote the services that we're able to promote via our own community colleges. I know that I feel very proud of all that COCC has accomplished. Thank you.